Cook, Sammy Zhu, and Maxine Tan. I would like to introduce the 2020 Year 12 head boy, Dean Morris, and head girl, Ashley McIntyre, to speak about their time at Melville Senior High School. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Dean and Ashley.
How to structure an analytical essay on a book no one has even read. Mitochondria is a powerhouse of the cell. These are the very incredibly important things that school has taught us for the past 6 years. Thank goodness it can now all be forgotten. The memories of sports carnivals and dinner dances, friendships and classroom camaraderie can never be forgotten.
When we started out in Year 7, the youngest year in Melville Senior High School history, we all had our little ideas of what our final year would be like. Some of us wanting to be YouTube creators, others had the dream job of being an influencer, and of course the constant stress and studying with ATAR and uni acceptance. I never imagined I'd be standing here today as head boy, saying that the class of 2020 survived a world pandemic. Well, so far. We are so sad to say goodbye to the school and leave behind the school and the students. Who am I kidding? We're off to bigger and better now. Good luck with your homework, tests and exams, suckers.
Since we started in Year 7. Jack and Jai are the evidence of that. Aside from puberty, we have all changed in who we are and who we want to be. Life is moving so fast, and it can be hard to see how much has changed in such a short period of time. Friendships evolve, strengthen, or fade. New relationships are exciting, but scary. Families grow or split, but the love remains. All knowledge that is crammed into our brains, I messed up. All this change takes place over 6 years, not to mention all the learning and knowledge that is crammed into our brains. When we look back, it is this change that makes us who we are, even if it is almost grumpy, almost adults.
The education system has come such a long way since we started out in high school. Remember the good old days when we used to be able to use our phones during recess and lunch? Listen to music, play games, call a mate who was sick that day? Well, I guess it's for the better now. Instead of sending snaps during chem, I'm actually learning and interacting in person. The school itself has come a long way too, from the constant renovations being done around the school to the brand new PAC Centre and also our absolutely beautiful, completely dry student services area. Oh wait. Melville Senior High School is such a great school. We have been finalists for School of the Year Award and Principal of the Year Award pretty much every year. Maybe finally, now that we're leaving, Melville will actually win it.
I feel lucky to be part of a school that has provided me with so many opportunities. My trip to Mongolia in Year 10 was life-changing. My time in the NEP program was lots of fun, and my time as head girl has been all about development. It is the things that the curriculum hasn't provided but the school has taught that are the most significant. By school, I mean the entire school community. Melville itself, but also its students. We have taught each other the importance of healthy friendships and self-respect, how to be people as well as students.
I chose Melville Senior High School for the great music and aviation programs, but no one told me in Year 7 I had to be part of a compulsory choir as part of music. Luckily we had a couple of great singers, so the rest of us just lip-sync to the highest professional standards. My favourite part of music was listening to the real talent that came through, as we just saw, and I was really proud to be a part of it. Aviation, there's so much to be said about it. I don't know many kids that get to go to school to learn how to fly planes, operate drones, build rockets. It's a pretty cool program. And we also have the most supportive and hardworking teacher, Mr. Brink. You would never believe he used to be a celebrity DJ, would you?
It's crazy to think back to when we were all afraid of Mr. Boland, or when we were brave enough to question Miss Thurston. It has all changed when we reach senior school. We are viewed as a person and are more comfortable in ourselves to hold conversations with teachers and even our peers. The netball girls become less intimidating and teachers become more approachable. Looking back at old photos, we really were very small in year 7, but we didn't think it. We were supported each other from day one, whether it was the first day of orientation in year 6 or if you joined the school later. My friends and school would support me when I decided to wear knee-high stripy socks or when I'd have an exam breakdown in the middle of history. No matter our background or friendship, we were there for each other.
Along the way, I had some really great teachers. Sorry, I'm just trying to think of one. I have to get back to you on that. No, really, we actually had amazing teachers, and you could tell they actually put the effort into our work. When we would get an English essay back, covered in red writing, and you know the teacher actually read every single word of it. Thanks, Mr. Pierce. I would like to appreciate how cool our science teachers are and how their ability to keep their stress inside of them is just amazing. After how many times we put test tube stoppers in the test tubes accidentally during the experiments, and they come flying off all around the room.
Ironically, it is these teachers that have taught us the most. For me, it was the lessons that apply within the classroom, but also in real life, that are the most meaningful. Mr. Berardini has taught me that hard work pays off. Mr. Crozier taught me to be a real member of society, you have to know what's going on in the world around you. Miss Fidmore has taught me the difference a good teacher makes. Miss Carroll has taught me that it's okay to take pride in your achievements.
I'd like to say a few words about our CEO, manager, boss, principal of the school, Mr. White. Business and organisation success starts from the top. The attitude of the staff of the school, the admin, the students, and the feeling of belongingness and unity all starts with Mr. White. I'm so privileged to be under Mr. White's guidance for all these years. So I think as you all know, Mr. White loves his talking, so we better wrap this up so we don't go over time. I would also like to thank Melville Senior High School for putting up with us and wish the cohort of 2020 the best for the future. I look forward to seeing what each and every one of you achieves and proudly saying, I used to go to school with you. They weren't that cool back then. And to the rest of you who are staying behind, make the most of it because you don't know what 2021 will bring.
There have been times when the school system and education system have disappointed, when good teachers leave or content becomes unreasonable to the point of a 20-kilo school bag. But it is in these moments that the schools seem to band together and support each other. That is what makes Melville, and particularly the leaders of 2020, such a supportive school community. It really has been a ride, but we're here now, and some here now at the end. I would just like to say thank you to the class of 2020. There has been good and some less good. Thank you for all of it. I believe that we've all played a little role in shaping who each other are, even if that's a bit of a scary thought. Thank you, Melville, and thank you to the class of 2020.